So now I'm going to show you the series promo of a documentary called Your Inner Fish. This is also a favorite of mine. Just don't press it yet. Remember, Kaiba Shuto said that men bring in their physical bodies indelible traces of animality. And we know our close relationship with the primates. But how far back goes these indelible traces? So why does the human body looks the way it does? This documentary is called Your Inner Fish, a journey into the 3.5 billion year history of the human body. And it will show the human body, how the human body became to be this complicated, quirky, amazing machine that it is, going far, far back in time. Can you please?
Sure. From the Badlands of Ethiopia.
This is jaw-dropping, the way you see the rock just laid out in front of you.
To the top of the world.
You gotta go higher, Neil.
In the bones of ancient creatures.
Ferocious. Look at those teeth.
And written in your DNA lies an incredible story. The story of your body and why it looks the way it does. Few people know that story like Neil Shubin,
That is so cool.
a scientist who spent much of his career tracing the origins of the human body.
She's beautiful. I moved to the University of Chicago in 2000, and I came as chairman of the anatomy department. And so I remember those first few weeks walking into the class. The medical students were just like I was years before, which is scared. And they almost invariably ask, Dr. Shubin, what kind of doctor are you? You know, are you a surgeon? Are you a cardiologist? And I'd say, well, no, I'm a fish paleontologist. And it's like, give this look like, well, I want my money back. But it soon became clear that being a fish paleontologist is a very powerful way to teach human anatomy. Because often some of the best roadmaps to our own bodies are seen in other creatures.
Now, we journey back through time to meet those creatures. A strange cast of characters. The ancestors you never knew were in your family tree. We owe a lot to these long-lost relatives. Ancient primates that lived in trees. We owe them our rich color vision. The way we grip with our hands, even our bad backs. Ancient reptilians. You can thank them for your skin and hair, your teeth, even your acute sense of hearing. And then there are mysterious fish that crawled onto land around 375 million years ago. Believe it or not, we can connect our necks, our arms and legs, the fingers on our hands, all the way back to these intrepid pioneers. The evidence will take us to some unexpected places. We'll meet scientists who are filling in the gaps in the fossil record.
What we're out to do is to understand everything we can about that time slice.
Looking for answers in living creatures.
They almost go through 300 million years of evolution in terms of their ears.
And making connections that may astonish you.
I think it gives us a glimpse into where our brains came from, into the basic organisation of the brain of our ancestors.
I mean, I found that mind-blowing.
So prepare yourself for a journey to the distant past. with an extraordinary guide.
As an anatomist, I look at human bodies differently from most people. Within us, I see the ghosts of animals past. Distant ancestors who shaped our anatomy in surprising ways.
You may never see your body the same way again.
So if you really want to see why you're built the way you are, it's time to meet your inner fish.
Thank you. It's a very interesting documentary. Yeah, you can also find it on YouTube. Why have we been talking about human evolution when the topic is about animal soul? Well, human beings are animals too. And our spirit inhabit an animal body. Evolution is part of the law of progress. This divine law affects us all. It's not just the humans. Every living being, every organic and every inorganic body is affected by this law. And like us, every other living being went through a similar evolutionary journey within their own species. An example of this is the evolution of the horse. The first horse fossil was found in North America. It was named Eohippus. It's this first one. And this diagram shows part of this journey. The top row you see marking here. The top row you see the change of size. The second one you can observe here, we have the middle finger, the index finger, and the how do you call this one?
Inner finger.
This is the middle, the index, and the ring finger. Thank you. You know, it shows the bones of the hind and the forelegs, you know, showing the reduction in lateral toes and fingers. I don't know if you know, but horses walk on the middle finger. The middle finger was getting longer and thicker, wider, to be able to support the weight of the horse as the horse was getting bigger. And the other two fingers, the ring finger and the ring finger and the index finger, they start there was a reduction in size, and we see still they remain behind, very tiny ones here and here, behind the middle finger. The third row is a skull inside view, and you can see the sizes, you know, the changes in size and outline. The fourth row is the molars, the surface view, the molars, the tooth, showing increasing complexity of the enamel pattern. That is this dark pattern on the surface view of the tooth. And the fifth row, the size, the difference in size of the molars. So what I want you to understand about evolution is that evolution has taken place from the simple to complex organisms, you know, in a gradual manner. So evolution does not jump. Evolution does not march in a straight line. As you remember the human lineage, the hominid lineage. And it takes millions and millions of years to occur, so it's a long, long process. There is this whole creation evolution controversy. Right? Controversy. I'm sorry. And in my opinion, it just shows the lack of understanding about both evolutionary theories, or theory deals mainly with how life changed after its origin. It is true that science and scientists try to they investigate how life started, but these considerations are not the central focus of evolutionary theory. And regardless of how life started, afterwards it branched and diversified. And most studies of evolution are focused on these processes. In the Spirit's book, question 17, Kardec asked the spirits, can humans know the origin of things? And they answer, no. God does not allow everything to be revealed to them here on earth. Question 18. Will they ever be able to penetrate the mystery of such things, now hidden to them? The veil is lifted as they become more and more purified as we progress intellectually and morally. But in order to understand certain things, we humans need faculties that we do not yet have. So, as for the creation versus evolution debate, today many religious denominations accept that biology evolution has produced the diversity of living beings on Earth. And it took billions of years to occur. Many have issued statements observing that evolution and the tenets of their faiths are compatible. And scientists and theologians see no conflict between many scientists and theologians see no conflict between their faith in God and the evidence of evolution. And Spiritism also does not see any conflict between them both. Now, if human body is an animal body, how are we created in God's image and likeness? In the book of Genesis in the Old Testament, chapter 1, verse 26, we find the description of the sixth day of creation. And God said, let us make man, Adam, in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every crawling thing that crawls upon the earth. There are two major ideas in this passage. One is in regard to the nature of the soul, our souls. The other one in regard to our duty towards the animals. But we will not talk about this today, only about the nature of the souls. What does Spiritism teach us about, regarding this, about this? God has created us simple, spirit simple, and ignorant. And when we say spirit is created, simple and ignorant, we are referring to the intelligent principle, the spiritual element of the creation. Humans and non-human animals have the same principle, the same beginnings. We are all children of God. It's true that we find ourselves in different stages in our evolutionary path. So our friend Kai Schutel gave us also some food for thought here. Our souls have the same origin and are intended for the same purpose. To all, the Supreme Lord provides the same means of progress, the same light, the same love. He even said that everything has a purpose, and to believe that God created intelligent beings with no future would be to blaspheme against its goodness. More food for thought. The animals of the world exist for their own reasons. They were not made for humans any more than black people were made for white or women created for man. This is Alice Walker. How the intelligent principle, the spiritual element, evolves. Leon Denis, in the book O Problema do Ser, do Destino e da Dor, wrote this passage about the evolution of the intelligent principle in the organic beings. He's, everybody knows who Leon Denis was? Okay. So, in the plant, the intelligent principle, intelligence sleeps. In the animals, it dreams. Only with man, it wakes up, knows itself, takes control, and becomes aware. And from there on, progress, which is predetermined for the lower forms of life, will only take place by accordance with the human will in conjunction with the eternal laws. Meaning that once the intelligent principle reaches the hominal kingdom, individualized as a spirit, and possessing reason and free will, it is then responsible for his own progress. The evolutionary process of living beings begins in the primitive atom and concludes in the pure spirits. Living beings means those that are still need the material world in their process, in their progress, for their progress. The evolutionary process that occurs before the atom and after the archangel or the angelic stage, this we do not know. But we can infer, we do not know. And it will not be revealed to us, we don't have,
Yes.
you know. But we, at least not now.